Hey Aries, welcome to my channel and welcome to your weekly read. This will bring you from now until Monday as of next week when I record your new one. So I just finished your monthlies, so do take a look at that. This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, as well as your North Node Aries placements, all right? It is a general read. If you're looking for a personal read, click the link in the description box below. But we're going to start with what Spirit wants you to know most, the most important message, of course. And then career, money, finance, and in love, both the most important message there. Okay. So let's go ahead and start off with what Spirit wants you to know most and take a look at that. Guys, just a real quick, I am fine tuning a holistic 6-week kind of guiding experience for midlife women that are ready to heal, grow, and really step into the life that they deserve. Really focusing in on wellness, purpose, and a soul-led strategy. So it's really something. It's a reset for those of you that are maybe feel constantly tired, overextended, or emotionally drained. Maybe you feel like you lost connection to your purpose or identity, and maybe you're ready at this point to prioritize your well-being and doing so without the guilt. But you're really craving that space to heal and to be able to reflect and rise with support around you, with a strategy that is really grounded in soul and science. Then this would be something for you. If you are interested, click the link in the description box below to book a quick little call with me to see if we're a good fit and see if this is something that you might want to pursue. I'm only taking 10 women, so I'm going to keep it small group, but super excited for it. All right. So in any event, let's go ahead and get started. What is going on for Aries? This will be what Spirit wants you to know most. What is the most important message that is coming through for Aries? Okay. 4 of Wands. Justice is coming out. 6 of Wands. Now, interesting that that's in reverse. That doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that I'm going to pull some clarifiers and we'll take a look, because it might be that Spirit wants you to look at something differently. Okay. So it's not kind of straight ahead. It's not like a clear cut. It's a little bit there's some other way that needs to come out here. So let's go ahead and pull a card on that one. Okay, bottom of the deck, what do we have? Truth. Yeah, clear. Talking about, clear cut into the truth, right? So this is the Queen of Swords. This is, maybe you're dealing with a, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but this is really focusing in on truth. And it's also focusing in on your inner strength, having the inner strength to move forward in your truth, because there is some sort of opportunity here for you. There's been some sort of emotional awakening. This is your underlying energy. And it's almost like you see something about the emotions and how important, and it's spotlighting this Ace of Cups. And that's an emotional awakening. It's, focusing on intuition. And again, with the Leo card of strength, she's looking right at it, which, means that she could be following the phases of the moon, which that could be you as well. But this is having the inner strength to really focus in on overcoming any sort of beast within. And this is, being able to understand that emotions are very important. This could be intimacy and connection. This could be with Spirit. But this is getting to the truth and seeing the light. So for some of you, this is what I get that's coming through. Okay. Quite beautiful. It's saying that you have the inner strength, and you've had some sort of emotional awakening, and you've seen the light, you've seen the truth, and now you're moving forward with that strength and with that wisdom of the mind, again, with this Queen of Swords. So what I am getting coming through starting off is the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands focuses in on stability. It is reunions, celebrations, home environment, creating harmony in your home. So maybe you're feeling harmonious in the home right now and a sense of some sort of balance. Maybe that you feel that justice has been served in some sort of way, Libra energy. For those of you, you could be getting justice, perhaps some sort of victory, okay? Victory here, perhaps in a court case, all right? It has you moving forward. Now, I got the 6 of Wands in reverse, and let me just flip this over and see what else we got. Ooh, how interesting is that? There has been some sort of addiction that is keeping you from the rewards that that are rightfully yours. And I do get the devil energy with the Six of Wands in reverse. This will be like awards and recognition. And there is some sort of addiction keeping you from that. But there's a balance that's happening here, justice, and then moving forward with expression of emotion. So let's take a look. Maybe that you were blocked in terms of expressing your emotions in some sort of way. But let's take a look. What is this devil energy of Capricorn? What do we get? Magician. This is about you were blocked in terms of manifesting something that you want because of an addiction. But I feel that you've gained this truth and you have the inner strength to balance something out. It's almost as if you had to balance and create some sort of harmony first before you got the justice, and but that was what was blocking you. There was some sort of hidden situation that was, kind of standing in the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something really quick. Let me put this down a little bit so you can see this. I'm going to do something really quick because I want to pull a card on the devil energy. I want to just kind of find out a little bit about this. What is it we get? It's taking it step by step. And what else? Lover's card in making choices. And this is an adventure. So this could have been, for some of you, it could have been, moving it moment to moment in terms of love. Maybe that or maybe in terms of making some sort of decision, you were moving too fast. And this wants you to take it step by step. It doesn't want you to move too fast. But it was because there was an expression of emotions that needed to come through. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So something opened you up. And you got the truth and the light and the justice coming through. I think you're able to manifest now because there's been some sort of victory, in the situation, and the sun's coming out. I don't think that you could see this before, but what is this justice? Yeah, you're overcoming some sort of sorrow and laziness. You know what, guys? Some of you could have been just caught in some sort of rut in some sort of way. Remember I talked about my program where, it was focusing in on kind of feeling fatigued, exhausted, kind of lack of which way to go. Well, this is kind of, I feel that there is maybe that you experienced something and were kind of caught in the past, but the laziness is over. It's a 9 card. So if you've been feeling kind of like, not wanting to, very fatigued, tired, exhausted. And yes, you obviously check it out with a doctor. I'm not a medical professional there. So see your doctor or your medical professional about that. But this is really saying is that you're getting out of that laziness and or that fatigue in some sort of way that was related to that. And it was just the sorrow that was keeping you down. You felt like you were an outsider and locked out. And now look at, you're no longer kind of locked out. You're moving forward on the brand new adventure. So it's come to an end. So whatever cycle or thing that you were in, it's already moving. And now it's about manifesting what it is that you want. All right. And you don't have to, do everything at once. This is saying moment to moment in terms of making choices. All right. So you're getting out of that devil energy, there. I think it's a lot of you are now going with the flow rather than trying to rush or make something happen. Whoa. I'm going to pull some advice on this for you real quick from Spirit. What do we get on this? Like attracts like. So you had to get into the energy of being able to move forward and manifest and move forward, and you needed to get into the energy so you didn't attract the past situations or that didn't bring you the rewards and success that you were looking for. So this is very key. You had to get into that energy. So Spirit wanted to move you into that energy. And what else? Thoughts create your reality. So remember, the Queen of Swords is all about that the thoughts. She is focusing in on being that quick thinker. So you're realizing how important your thoughts are and how that affects your emotions. And now, rather than being locked out, you're really moving forward on an adventure. And it's maybe as a child you were taught, you're kind of locked out from expressing your emotions and your thoughts. And now you understand that that's changing for you and you can manifest what you want. That was just someone else's behavior that was projected onto you, whether it was a caretaker, whether it was how you grew up, or anything of the sort. But thoughts create your reality, and like attracts like. You had to get into that new energy, and that was going to be very, very important. Okay, so you're transforming now, and this is moving forward and expressing your love. Any final advice in terms of this? What Spirit wants you to know? Divine discernment. It's about stepping back to find the clarity that you need. Yep, that's exactly what you had to do, guys. I feel that that was so important. It's a 13 card that reduces to a 4, and 4s are all about stability and balance, right? So this is all about taking a breather to honor your feminine energy, Aries, because there's always that to do and striving and that type of thing. This is hard to do sometimes in a culture that really celebrates, again, that strive and drive. Okay, and not really focusing in so much on the virtues of that yin quality of the flow and letting go. But the flow is really important. So you're taking it moment by moment, is what's going to be super key for you here. This is what that card, moment by moment, that's going with the flow. Okay, so this is using your divine discernment to know which mode is most appropriate. Step back and practice discernment. If you're to live in balance, you need that action and that fire energy of yours, but you also need, Aries, to be reminded of the reflection, and that's what Spirit wants you to know. All right, because there's some great insights here for you, and again, like attracts like, so it helps you fine tune, and attract those opportunities to bring the rewards and success that you're looking for. This is just a quick little kind of recalibration and refinement here. Okay, so this is a message from Spirit. Let's take a look at what comes through on career, money, and finance. Very cool, guys. Very cool. Note your comments. Let me know if that resonates with you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look and use a new deck. All right. So career, money, and finance. What comes out for Aries in career, money, and finance? What do we get? Career, money, and finance for Aries. What do we get? Look at the Magician comes out again. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so powerful. Okay, so we got the Magician. All right, and then what else do we have? Persevering. All right, and the Knight of Rods. 9 of Rods, and a 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. And then we've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And let's just pull a few things. Okay, give me one more. Wow, okay, very, very cool. Oh, yes. Now you get to the 10 of Wands. There's something in terms of you're letting go of responsibility that was really burdening you. Now, this could be either, again, working too much. That could be something of the sort. But I get that it is putting an end to burdens and responsibilities that aren't yours, and you're kind of creating some sort of compromise. All right, you weren't supposed to, Aries, live an ordinary life. You're not ordinary, and so maybe you tried to kind of fit into that type of square peg into a square hole, but you are a circle to kind of try to fit into that, and it's not working. It's just not working. And so what it wants you to do right now is really focus in on what your values and your beliefs and move forward within that. But I feel that you're letting go of some sort of burden, and there's a message that comes through, and there's fast movement and change regarding your stability. I think you're taking the lead, because this is the lead card regarding this is stability and security, fast movement and change. You're making a fast change to take the lead and deliver some sort of message, or there's a message that you're getting that you're taking on too much, or you're closing out one chapter because if you've had some sort of success fatigue. Again, it's coming up in your career. So for some of you, remember, just like what Spirit reminded you of in the first spread, is kind of taking a step back a little bit. It moves you forward like very, very fast, because you refine things and you don't have to go back to it. So I do get, you're manifesting what you want, Gemini energy, Virgo energy, and you're bringing it on this earthly plane. You have everything that you need, all the tools that are necessary you have, and you're passionately moving forward. All right. And with a lot of passion, I should say. And then I get, this would be focusing in on your harvest, like stopping for a moment. This is stopping for a moment. It's in reverse because it's kind of like you're not harvesting, you're stopping for a moment because you're looking at a past memory that needed to be transformed and refined, rebirthed, so you can have a better long-term strategy and leave an old way of thinking behind as you move forward with strength. This is developing strategy and a long-term plan. So, it's quite interesting. It's like in your career, you had to step back so you could see a clearer picture because you're so busy striving, right? And note your comments below, guys. Let me know if that resonates. And so when you step back, you realize that when you step back from doing, that information comes down from the past that could have been some sort of way of feeling like I have to work harder to get ahead. Well, that's not the case. You can work smarter, and you. This is about your transforming your beliefs, Scorpionic energy. So this is a transformation of an illusion or a mindset of some sort, or a way of thinking from the past childhood, or when it was ingrained within you from a past memory, and now you're moving forward with that long-term strategy. Okay, so this is really quite beautiful with the Three of Wands. That's your fire energy. Okay, and what else do I get? Yeah, you're making the judgment and you feel so much more invigorated. This is a lot of success moving forward. A judgment's going to be made. You're making a decision in that. Look at, and based upon, like, this is background information. So based on background information and putting something on strong, solid ground. And here you are. Boom, guys. You are where you are supposed to be. It's almost like you came home. You came home to yourself, and this took some inner strength, to work through. But this is powerful. Oh my gosh! For some of you, this is becoming your own boss. For others, this could be getting on strong, solid foundation. Like you feel more solid now than you did before. All right. So any sort of advice that comes through on this, that's so cool. Everyone has value. All right. And if someone doesn't see yours, then it's time to give yourself a promotion. All right. And especially if you've given ample time for something to move forward, it's like everyone has value. You recognize that. But if someone's not recognizing yours, then it's something that you're taking heed of. Okay. But very, very cool. I think it's also is that I think it's also that no one's greater or lesser than you, and a lot of people, their natural instinct is to judge others. But at the core, if you really think about it, I mean, we're all the same. We have the same remarkable things in common, and the energy of spirit is infinite, and so yeah, everyone you see on the street and everyone that you maybe perhaps even see on a YouTube video, I mean, or anywhere, they're all your brothers and sisters in some sort of way. And someone may be on a different path than you, but you understand that they're playing their part. And judgment is an aspect of fear. So this is just basically saying is your job is to focus in on love. Some souls have chosen some difficult incarnations that may or may not involve you, and you just bless them on your path. And instead of sending negative energy their way, yeah, exactly. So everyone has value. What else? Kindness counts. Yeah, the little things count. For some of you, it's about being of service in some sort of way, and some of you are in a position and could be doing something where you're of service. Okay. Whew, this is beautiful. Okay, so that's what I get there. Let's take a look at your love life. Okay, very nice, guys. Let's take a look. Let's use these cards. All right, so love life. Let's get these out of the way. What do we have for love for Aries? What comes through in love for Aries? What does Aries need to know most regarding their love life? All right, just remember, you're that magician, okay? All right, so what comes through in love for Aries? What does Aries need to know most about love? Now, I know a lot of you might not be interested in that right now, but it's coming through, okay? So let's take a look. I'm going to pull another card. And then I'm going to pull 3 here. Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, we get Page of Cups. Wow, interesting, guys. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that one. And on that one there, bottom of the deck. Are you guys thinking of something in love that didn't work out? Because I feel that that's still in your energy. There's a sense of that. Now, some of you could be processing that, okay? About, the choices that you've made and being very disappointed with the 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. It was illusion and fantasy. And I get that you're out of the illusion right now. This is about, moving forward passionately, like you typically would move forward on your passion, and that you've realized that passion is just one part of the whole equation of love, right? Are they following through with what they say? Are they backing up with action as well? Is there a positive symbiotic energy between you in that given and take and somewhat kind of balancing state? Because I get a lot of focusing in. Now, some of you just could be concentrating on that right now. And it could be from a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone who's got, I do get Earth and a lot of water, and Swords mainly, and then 1 card on Earth. But I think that you realize that it's more than just passion. Give me a card in this Knight of Wands. What do we get? The Emperor. You're showing up. Man, you're putting something on strong, solid foundation. I just feel that it's more than passion. And give me another card on this. What else do I get? Yeah, it's about 2 people coming together and being able to express emotions. And that's a very big key. There's an expression of emotion that I feel there's been some sort of sorrow against, but it's interesting because there's 2 cups here. And I feel that in an alignment with 2 people coming together, a partnership, a connection. Now, this could be doing something that you love, let alone, someone that you love, whether it's family or romantic. But I feel that you're taking the lead in terms of your passion, and it's about, do we see eye to eye on the situations? Do we see eye to eye in emotions and that type of thing? You're taking the lead in that. It's like but you had to revisit the sorrow and the illusion and fantasy. And I do feel that you're getting some sort of message with the Page of Cups, and you're spiritually taking some sort of time out purposely to see something from a different perspective. And then what? And then the Star card, Aquarius energy. You're being inspired to be able to move forward. It's kind of like your emotions are really important, and there's a lot of mind, and this is about seeing eye to eye, an expression of emotion, and you're being inspired with the Star card, and to focus in on something long term. The 10 of Cups, guys. Yeah, I think that you're seeing something from a different perspective, and you're getting messages in terms of making a different type of decision and bossing up. What do you need to know about this situation here? I'm just curious on what this is in the middle, because all of this is like that revisiting and then getting the message and getting a different spiritual insight and being, kind of reignited and inspired for your long-term happiness. It's not short-term, it's long-term. And this was something that was deceit that you wanted long-term, and it ended up being an illusion. So give me a little bit on this. What do we get? Yeah, you severed ties emotionally and physically. You had to cut ties. To create the harmony that was necessary. All right. But there's fear to move, in a delay in making some sort of partnership move forward. I will say, if whatever's brought you some really deep disappointment, there's going to be a time where there's going to be a more peaceful and pleasant interactions. Okay. And I feel that it's kind of coming. It's a collaboration and willing for both parties to cooperate and unify, to come together in partnership. It's to see each other as equal, right? And so it's all about collaboration. Again, not judgment, not anything of the sort. What do you need to keep in mind regarding that? What do we get? Practice moderation in love. Don't get caught up in passion is what is a message that I'm getting. And what else? Trust your intuition in this. Yeah, I do feel that. I feel that you've had some sort of spiritual enlightenment from taking this time out. And I feel that there's, you might be getting a message from someone too. Could be someone that's a little bit younger or an age gap, or this is, you understanding that not all cups, come with positive outcomes. It is time. You're using your intuition to focus in on what long-term happiness is for you in love. And then what else? Stay open-minded. All right. So stay open-minded and be yourself. Be patient within this process. And anything else in love that you need to be aware of. What do we get? No need to worry. Ask others. Ask for help from others. And if you're wondering about a particular person, I do get yes. A yes that is coming through in some sort of way. There's going to be a peaceful resolution on something that you didn't expect. All right. Just saying, whether, it doesn't have to be some, from the past. It could just be in love. There's a peaceful resolution that is coming into play. So this is quite beautiful, guys. It's all about, this is, it's focusing in on your trust is going to be very key. So you're trusting to use your intuition that's going to lead you in the right way. And this is what I'm getting. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. If you're looking for a personal read, click the link in the description box below. Till next time, namaste.